All right, y'all. We've downloaded the program. We've opened it up. If you're having problems, just come to my office on Monday. We can use my computer. I can try to put it on your computer. No promises. But, this is one of the coolest programs out there. Now, it's very much, it thinks for itself sometimes, so it does things. So, this video may get a little sticky, even though I've practiced it a few times. You can see here it has all the variables in your sheet. So it has your independent variable, your dependent variable. It automatically makes these other variables. Don't worry about it too much. I'm going to throw my independent variable up here and my dependent variable here. Now, first thing I want you to see is it does sum. This is, I changed that. So right here, I click this little arrow. You might have to right click in a Windows machine. I don't really work with those, so I'm sorry. But average. And now it's a bar graph. And that's pretty cool. Now there's another thing that I can do here. I can drag my independent variables named to the color tab, and you can edit your colors. Yours will probably be, I think their default are blue and orange. I like my pink and green color scheme. Y'all know me. I like the flash. But right now, the only thing I have to do is create a name for this graph and the relationship between my IV and my DV. Now you're going to actually fill those in with your names of your IVs and DVs. And it's pretty much a beautiful graph. I'm going to add an extra graph for how to make error bars for my bio nerds and things like that, but that'll be optional. All right. So now I've got the first graph done, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm doing the whole double click, right click on a PC, double click on a Mac, and I'm going to duplicate this. And what I'm going to do is just show you some other ways to show your data. Now, with data as small as ours, it doesn't look, this next one is not going to look as good as it normally does, but I'm going to go ahead and click the little buttons here. And you're like, what just happened? I'm also like, what just happened? I want to put it automatically moved my IV to colors, and I only have one dot there, which is the mean. So sometimes in some of these, you've got to go to the analysis button and disaggregate your numbers, and this just shows all my data. I like the throw. I do like the different colors and things, and we're not going to worry about the bottom right there. Ultimately, let's see if I can get any love. I can make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, I can make it a little bit bigger, right? See, it's pretty intuitive. Now I'm worried that this one you can't see. You can't, so sorry about that. If yours doesn't do that, that's fine, but I just pulled it apart a little bit. I should have looked a little bit more. One of the cool things it does is it puts your average. If you go click analytics, average, and 95 CI, pull it to the cell, it'll give me the average in the 95 CI. The average is the average. The 95 CI is the estimate of truth. I'll talk about that in class, okay? Don't worry about it. But that's a cool graph that I would like you to make as well. And then I'm going to go ahead and duplicate one more time and hit our box and whisker plot. I'll describe those a little bit more, but this is your median. This is a graph of your median, essentially. Your median, your middle 50%, and your middle 100%. Your median, right, middle 50%, middle 100%, okay? And it uses some, it's a beautiful graph here. So now we have our three graphs here, and I want to add what they call a new dashboard. And you can arrange these however you want. I'm just going to throw them all in here right now. But you can make a multi-panel graph. One of the things I hate is where it puts this thing right here. So I'm gonna try to get it where I want it. I'm gonna put it here. That's pretty good. Okay, that looks very good. I love that. That's perfect. All I did was drag it around. Now, here's my dashboard, and look at how beautiful my graphs are. This is how you make really cool style graphs. Now how do we get this dashboard, export image, and it'll ask you to save it somewhere, and I'm saving our dashboard there. Yes, I'm going to replace. You can tell I practice sometimes, y'all. I do practice. But ultimately, this is our how to make a graphs video, and what we have here, you can play around with it more. I just want to show you how pretty it is. And we have two bar graphs that are beautiful, way better than Excel. We have these graphs right here don't have name. I kind of call them just common sense data graphs, but they're graphs of your means and 95% confidence intervals that show each individual data point. Now, one of the things is that we do have, there is some general overlap here. This one's a little squished in, so I'm gonna. Now I could make my size a little bit smaller on those, and you'll see in the dashboard it just shows that, so it's no big deal. But yeah, these are just some pretty graphs for us, and export them, play around with it, don't worry too much. But you can see we can make box and whisker plots super easy. I know some of you learned R from some of your professors. Matplotlib, if you know what I'm talking about, is the bane of my existence. If you don't worry about it. It's like a coding program. It bothers me. It's how you make graphs with coding, but they don't come out this pretty. This is the prettiest way to make graphs. Tableau is a subsidy of Salesforce. This is the most commonly used graphing program in businesses that have money. So that's all I got for today, y'all. How to make beautiful graphs.